I mentioned before that the configuration of the mics at the top of the unit are set there for a specific purpose. If you're recording a stereo sound, maybe coming from the right, for example, if these mics were set up at the outer edges of the unit, then the sound coming from this source here would arrive at this microphone slightly ahead in time than it arriving on the left-hand mic here. And what's more, the waveform would be at a different slope of its curve as it arrives on this mic versus this mic. This is really a nasty problem that audio engineers battle in recording studios when they use multiple microphones. If the same sound arrives at two different mics slightly later than the other, and what's more, that waveform is at a crest on one mic and a trough on the other one when it hits the other mic, that's really not a good thing. Take this for example. Have you ever been at the beach when a wave coming into the shore has crashed into a wave coming back out? Now, if they collide, a lot of the energy gets lost. The same thing happens with audio waves. If the same sound gets recorded by two different mics slightly out of sync or phase, then you can get this type of result. It kind of sounds like this. Do you hear how it sounds? Starts to sound pretty hollow in certain frequencies. You actually might hear this effect on some cheap cable shows where the engineer is really not aware of this problem. So your job when recording with the H4n is to make sure that the sounds you record are perfectly in sync between the left and right channels, perfectly in phase. Now, can you do that? Sure you can. The unique configuration of these mics allows this mic to pick up what's happening over here and this mic to pick up what's happening over here. And get this, do you see where they meet? They are aligned so that the axis of each mic meets right in the middle so that all stereo recordings, no matter where they come from, will arrive at the same time at each mic, eliminating phase problems. With the mics meeting right in the middle, any sound will arrive simultaneously at each, but with each pointing out at a 90-degree angle, you'll get a perfect stereo image with no phase cancellation. Actually, the width of the stereo recording is actually adjustable by tweaking the caps. Screw the capsules so they both say 120 here, and you'll widen the stereo field that you can capture. 90 degrees is a right angle. The 120-degree setting will widen that stereo image an extra 30 degrees. So just picture kind of the width of the performance that you're trying to capture. If 90 degrees is going to be too narrow for, say, recording maybe like a choir, then adjust the capsules accordingly. You can always make some test recordings or maybe listen live through some headphones to check that.